the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. God's will and thy will be done. Amen. We have James Reed.
I have searched you and known you.
Come on, James. What's your name?
My name's Gavin. I'm an
Gab. Hey, Gab.
September 7th. I have searched you and known you. I am intimately acquainted with all your ways. Even before there is a word on your tongue, it is known to it all. Beloved, you are indeed fully known. I have completely acknowledged of everything about you, including your most secret thoughts and feelings. This transparency could be terrifying for you if you were not my follower. But you have nothing to fear because my perfect righteousness has been credited to you through your faith in me. You're a cherished member of my family. My intimate relationship with you is a powerful, anointed, and feeling of loneliness. Whenever you feel alone or afraid, voice your prayers to me. I hear your silent prayers too, but whispering your words or uttering them out loud helps you think more clearly because I understand you perfectly. You don't have to explain things to me. You can dive right in, seeking my help in your here and now. Circumstances, spend a few moments relaxing with me, breathing in the joy of my presence. Thanks for letting me read.
Thanks for reading. How much time do you have clean?
Today.
26 days.
Give it to him. All right. All right. What's that? We straight? We set? We on? All right. Okay. Let them come on in. Come on in, y'all. Let's go. Let's get intimate. All right. All right. I thank God for last night's rest, this morning rise. Thank God for his grace and his mercy. Grace is always giving me what I don't deserve. And mercy is not giving me what I do deserve. And for that, I'm going to turn to great. How everybody doing? Good. All right, my name is Dark McKnight. My partner is Robert Hayes. He's here in spirit, but he's not here in the physical. That's Sister Deb behind the camera. For those who heard somebody say, what's that? We tape our recordings. We tape it and put it on YouTube. Right? So we're trying to do bigger things. We've been doing this since the year 2006. Since the streets of Philadelphia had 407 murders. I'm an immigrant and a gypsy from Baltimore City. Been in Philadelphia since the year 2000. I left Baltimore because I was uncivilized, undisciplined, smoking weed, chasing women, in and out of jail, homicidal, suicidal, deaf, dumb, blind, and ignorant. And everybody I was living with was living in the matrix, right? We was trapped, didn't know how to get untrapped, so I stayed trapped. I was the eagle hanging with chickens. Right? And then my brother, he was an alpha. He had property in Philadelphia. And his frat brother had property in Philadelphia. So we tried Philly. We wanted to go to New York. We didn't have the money for New York. So we landed in South Philly. Got to South Philly. Started tricking. Found some girls. They smoking coke. I got curious. Smoke in my bathroom. I said, yo, let me try it. I hit the pipe. I went to crack space. I was up there for 7 years. Faithfully dedicated to smoking coke. I sniffed dope. Didn't like dope. Quit dope before I caught a dope habit. Try ecstasy. Anybody have ecstasy? Yeah, you fall in love. You didn't fall in love with this wood right here. You fall in love with everything. Your enemies be your best friends on ecstasy. But anyway, I've been in 8 recovery programs. Get clean, change my mind. Get clean, change my mind. Always talking clean and always living dirty. Do anybody got that problem in here? All right, okay, very good. This is not a witness protection program. All right? And I said that because for years I was a vulnerable virgin. Vulnerable virgin. Meaning it was hard for me to what? Get deep and get into my what? Pandora box. I will always talk fruits, scared of the roots. Always talk fruits. But I was scared to talk the roots. Because if you talk the roots, you got to start talking about, for some of us, molestation. For some of us, abuse. For some of us, abandonment. For some of us, death of loved ones. For some of us, strictly hardcore pain. A lot of us said we'll take to the what? To the grave. But if I want to get better, because what I'm hiding brought my ass here. And when I don't want to expose, I need to talk about it. Because if I don't worry about him and worry about what he's going to say and where are they going to laugh in front for the third row and the fourth row and to the last row and here we go, another season, letting people dictate my recovery. So I learned, I don't give a damn if you don't like me. I didn't come to be liked. I come to what? Recover. Change we must or die we will. And if the drugs won't kill us, the lifestyle will. So this is not about being popular or famous or none of that, right? It's about what? Saving your life. I have codependency issues. Anybody codependent in here? A lot of people. Anybody try to save people who don't want to be saved? Yeah. Like that's what I learned the hard way, the long way. You can't save nobody but who? Yes, there you go, right? So stop trying to play what? God's job, Derek. And save you. Stay a light for those cats that's still in darkness. So hopefully maybe they'll be attracted to the light. And they try to find out how you get into the light when we know you lived in darkness. You see the hits? I'm Aquarius. I'm born February the 5th, the same day Bobby Brown was born, but different years, right? So you know I'm wild, right? So one side is active addiction, one side is recovery. These elements protect. These are the ingredients for death. And these are the ingredients for what? For life. So expeditiously, carefully, truthfully, spiritually, we're going to move from the brain stem to the prefrontal cortex on the mindset of what? Spiritual warfare. Everybody hear that? All right. And so listen, I didn't come to talk. I come to promote dialogue like Don King, right? And to get you talking, all right? Then I shut up and I grab the information and then we can keep it moving. Some people, when they raise their hand, they share, they don't share on point right away. They talk about, they got so much to talk about. Some people talk about last year, last month, right? And they totally off of what we talking about. But if that's you, because listen, some of us come from places where nobody listen. Everybody hear that? Yeah. And when we come here, we expect people to listen. So we got so much to say and so much a little time. So your hand do goes up and you take a mental flight somewhere, we'll be patient with you. Everybody hear that? We'll be patient with you. All right, here we go. Number one, on the addiction side, what? It's closed-minded. Closed-minded. Mine is like this. If anybody's seen the HBO special with John Gotti, great job in that movie right there. He said, Paul Castellano, he's so tight like a Jew. He said he squeezed the quarter to the eagle screams. Yeah, I like that scene right there. But anyway, closed-minded. You white, I'm black. You not listening, I'm not listening. Closed-minded. She's a woman, I'm a man. She's not listening, I'm not listening. He works here, I live here. Closed-minded. You a Republican, I'm a Democrat. Closed-minded. You shot dope, I smoke coke. Mine is closed. You from the suburbs, I'm from the projects. Mine closed. Closed-minded. Hard to get new information on recovery if my mind is closed. If your therapist, your counselors, your tech never shot dope, never smoked coke, never did crystal meth, never been to jail, probably got good credit, probably got a car, can they help us? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can help you. If they mind open.
If your mind, so listen. If my mind's closed, I be like, you know what? She can't help me, or he can't help me. Why I'm even here? You can't relate to my pain. You don't know how it is not to wash your ass for weeks. You don't know how it is to be home, but you don't go home. You don't know how it is to go to the dirty clothes trying to find clean clothes. You don't know how it is to listen, boosting out of supermarkets and shopping centers and all that, man, is just to get one more. How can you relate when the mind is closed? We think that way. But a brother or sister whose mind is start to open up, realize that the individual sitting on the opposite side of that table talking to us probably vicariously know us through family. Anybody catch that? Yeah. Vicariously, they probably lived active addiction through their family. Father probably shot dope. Mom probably on crack. Kids, nieces, and nephews doing major drugs. They probably never touched it, but they observe the behaviors. So they're totally really not green. They're totally not green. Closed-minded. For those who hear mind is closed, learn to start opening up because you can get information from what? Very good. Number 2, complacency. Complacency. Who's existing but you're not living yet? Anybody want to talk about that? You complacent. Anybody's complacent? Who live in that box called what? Mediocrity. Who sleep on a mattress called mediocrity? Anybody? You complacent. You don't like to be challenged. Anybody hear that? You like to stay in bed all day long and do a marathon in bed. Right? Or do a marathon of Law and Order. But when it's time for NA or AA or group or therapy, guess what? I make excuses. Program turtles. You know who they are? They necks stick out to eat. They necks stick out to get dosed. They necks stick out to start confusion. They necks stick out to talk to women, to talk to men. They necks stick out to what? To just to have a good time. But the necks hesitate to stick out when it's time for treatment. Program turtles. Program turtles. I've been a big turtle. Complacency. Remember back in the day when women had multiple babies and that determined how much a bigger check she got from the government? Some women was what? Complacent on what? Government assistance. Complacency. Complacency. I don't want to read. Complacent. I don't want to study. Complacent. Listen, I'm only here to stay that union job. I'm only here because my mother was crying. I'm only here to get my kids back. I'm only here to get food stamps. I'm only here because the drug dealers chased my ass here. Lord have mercy. Anybody here hiding? We'll talk about that later. Complacency. All right? I'm not living yet. I'm existing. To exist means you breathing. That's it. That's all. But to live means I'm incorporating something in my life. I'm starting to live today. And watch who you hang with. Everybody hear that? Yeah. Because if you want it, they might not want it. Watch who you hang with. Eagles don't hang with chickens. I love eagles. Because the mother said, listen, when she know her babies are ready to fly, they kick them out the nest. And if you can't fly, you die. But don't let nobody move you out of here sooner than you need to go. I know the insurance is a bitch. Cockiness. Who got cocky and got knocked out like Rocky? Spiritual knockout. Not talking about physical. We're not going to go to war. We ain't talking about street wars, all right? Yo, spiritual knocked out. Got complacent. How many ladies in here looked in the mirror and said, where's my breast and my ass? Yeah, I know they in here. How many dudes in here? They in here. How many dudes in here got this skinny and still talking trash? Your ears bigger than the whole body. That was me. Get cocky. Yo, now I got a job. Cocky. Now I got income. Cocky. Now I got a bank account. Cocky. Now my social acceptability. Cocky. Now, yo, listen, now I got jewelry and designer shoes and red bottoms and Timberlands and things I didn't have. Now I got them. And I forgot how it was when I didn't have them, when I lost what I had. Got cocky and got knocked out spiritually. Like Rocky. I don't give a damn because every level there's a devil. Every level there's a devil. And if anybody's seen the movie Devil's Advocate, vanity is my favorite sin. Anybody hear that? So whatever you get, give your high power the glory. Don't you kidnap it. Give it to who it belongs. Cockiness. How about defense mechanisms? Defense mechanisms. Who here coming here with your luggage? Coming here with your IDs? But you also coming here with invisible tools. And you start building and you start laying cement. Then you put on bricks. More cement, more bricks. Invisible. More cement, more bricks. And guess what I just built? Wow. Yes. So we are emotionally insulated, but guess what? We're still in a self-made prison. Anybody there? Defense mechanisms. And behind the wall that we created is ammunition. One is programmed gangsters and gangsterettes. Muncie in here. Gratisford in here. The mountains in here. State in here. County in here. And nobody's afraid of you. But that's a mask that some of us wear because some of us are institutionalized. And I'm not knocking that. I'm going to go too deep because my uncle stayed in jail. When they shoot Ronald Reagan. When they shoot Reagan. 82, 85, right? My uncle, I remember he was in my backyard. He went into my piggy bank. He stole and he got locked up. He went to jail. When they shot Reagan, my uncle was in jail. My mother brother. He was in prison. He stayed in jail. Do 5 years, come home. Good for 2 months, back in prison. Yo, do a year. Come home in jail next week. Shawshank Redemption all over again. In prison, I can live. But in society, life on life terms, can't function. Can't function. But he's been home for a while now. He's doing pretty good. And wound up cutting one of his legs off too. Diabetic. Defense mechanisms. Programmed gangsters and gangsterettes. Nobody's afraid of you, of us. I thought I was one, right? How about inappropriate humor? Who here laugh and joke because you disguise in pain? Is that dangerous? Why we do that? Who want to speak on that one?
Push it down.
Who said that?
Me.
What's your name?
Neil.
Neil, what's up?
I like to push it down and cover it up with laughter. I mean, that's why Craig is. I got shit I don't want to talk about that's really under the surface, and you know that.
Everybody hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, you working on it?
Working on it.
All right, how you working on it?
Shit, I'm halfway through methadone withdrawal right now. If I can kick a cold turkey, I'm just trying to get through this shit, man. Doing the next right thing.
Awesome, Neil. How much time you clean, Neil?
2 weeks.
Give it to him. Suppress anger. Stuff it, then what? Explode. Anybody? Anybody? Come on, what's your name?
Kara.
Kara? How you doing? You suppress?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Because I don't like to confront others.
Y'all hear that? She don't like to confront others. That's big. That's a character defect. Because it's going to come a time that we're going to have to what? Confront. But I had to learn to confront in what? Love. If he offended me, I can't keep letting him offend me. I'm not a goddamn doormat. When I used to do drugs, I would paint your house for $50. You catch that? But now I'm sober. That's why slaves used to get their ass whipped. Because they didn't want that slave learning how to what? Pray or read. Because now you're waking up this, and now you've been mentally liberated, mentally stimulated. And you can't just feed me anything. But back to me and you, right? Because I had that situation too. But it had to come a time that we're going to have to come out of our hesitation or nervousness and to confront an individual. If you got a roommate who's going in your cigarette pack, eventually you're going to say something. You follow what I'm saying? And somebody, you wear the same shoes and you see, what the hell is she doing with my shoes? Remind me of the talented Mr. Ripley. You see that movie? A good movie. You hear what I'm saying? So it's a process. God bless you. But there's another thing too. I'm worried about what? If he get mad at me, so what? Let him get mad. At least you spoke your what? Your truth. Your peace. And people who don't speak up or advocate for themselves, a lot of people don't respect them. They walk over them. Are you a giver? I give too. Can you give to somebody who don't give, they're always taking? Yes. Who said that? I've done that too. Go back to codependency, right? But look, never stop giving. Because listen, we don't give for who? For them. We give for who? Very good. You know, people give you a cigarette, remind you all day long that they gave you a goddamn cigarette. Right. You hear what I'm saying? So if you don't get from here, keep it. Right. You ain't gonna hold me hostage over no goddamn Newport. That's right. You ain't doing that. But God bless you though, sis. Listen, we gotta practice just what? Confronting somebody and letting them know how you make you feel. What you said to me hurt my feelings. You follow what I'm saying? What you said to me, I didn't like that. What you said to me, listen, maybe you could have choose words better than that. You follow what I'm saying? I thought we was cool. Just to learn to just pull a person to the side and speak in love. Because if I come confrontational, then he gonna bring it. Because if he an alpha male and I'm an alpha male, it's gonna be a problem. You hear what I'm saying? Somebody gotta learn know when to what? Be humble. That's really important. You hear what I'm saying? When you come in love, it's easy to accept those words of love. But you come in war, and the ego in another woman, she gonna rise to occasion. Who she thinks she is? I beat her big ass. Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And then you got a confrontation. When all you could have said was what? Just said it what? Nice. Just because you said nice don't mean you nice. You find what I'm saying? So you don't want people to rub you the wrong way. But most importantly, stop to speak up for yourself. Very important. You hear what I'm saying? God bless you. I love you. Cause listen, you took the courage to what? To say that in front of what? It's about 100 people in here. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't the only one. God bless you. How much time you got, Clean?